Hello, everybody. We are back at it again, this time with more Haskell. All right. Last time, I actually kind of dozed off. I fell asleep midway, like close to the end there, but let's hope that doesn't happen again, shall we? Where were we? Yeah, we were trying to move over to this new and improved type for Unix timestamps so that our snapshot representation can be, what's the term for that? Idempotent? Is idempotent the right word? Like, yeah, I think idempotent should be the right word. Given a store, we should be able to create a snapshot and load back that snapshot to get back the same store. So given an input, we should be able to get back the same output no matter how many times we perform the operation. Hmm. Eh. Let us let us do the do. Okay, so what are we doing here? Yeah, this is. So let's give this word some can tagged seconds, tagged milliseconds. Nice, nice, nice. Kind of wish it wasn't called word. It'd be really nice if it was like just uint or yeah, just uint would be a really cool name for it. I'm almost tempted to kind of like make aliases, but just assign uh word to uint and use that instead, but well. And is this stream running? Let me just check. All right, cool. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Right. So that's done. Tag, 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 tag. Cool, cool, cool. Errors. Really wish there was a way to fix this. Like, this is so annoying. What's the problem here? Just it's a red herring. Get it because it's red. I mean, it's actually orange, but still, it's a red herring. Yeah, get it? No. Mm. All right. What else are we doing in this file? Okay. Let's run this again. See what new errors we come. Nice, few errors. Okay, let's clean this up. Mm, okay, see. Save key value entry. TTL baby. Yeah. TTL baby. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so let's fix this now. Let's see. Hmm. RDB Unix. So we have timestamp seconds. I'm thinking we make that a new type on top of our. But do we want to import? Yeah, I mean that's fine. RDB or Unix timestamp milliseconds. I'm almost tempted to move Unix timestamp milliseconds to like its own module or something. I wonder how that would work. Not like work, but like I wonder if that would make sense because it's generic enough. Like it's not store specific. It seems like a generic enough type. Mm, because I don't want to have to import the store. Like, yeah, import this from the store in here. But fuck it. Let's try moving it around. That would probably cause a lot more errors, but this is Haskell, people. Errors will be pointed out by the compiler and they will be sorted out. Okay, that makes sense. So store the Unix timestamp. I think that is reasonable. Ooh, new VS Code logos. Icons? We just call it timestamp dot. Yeah, let's just move the timestamp stuff here because it's it's store specific. So server settings, server state. Yes, we import stuff from. Yeah, cool. So to move that to this guy's to import. We just import everything. I don't know. For some reason, I like to have like these style of imports at the top, these style of imports in the middle. I think just because like for me, these this style of imports tends to be the fewest, followed by this, followed by that. So kind of fall into that rhythm. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Timestamp. Cool. So I think it should be useful for us. Get now. I want to. Okay, that should be useful. And it's also nice because like the reason why I actually dislike these style of imports just because if you aren't using like an LSP or HL or something like HLS, it becomes really hard to figure out what is being imported from this. But if this is like your code, then you can always just like check the module, see what is being exported, and yeah, then you can just kind of map that. But for third-party libraries dependencies, it's really annoying, unless it's like super iconic, super idiomatic, then you can easily that sup, super idiomatic to the point where like you can easily figure out, that this function comes from this package or this function comes from that package, but otherwise I generally prefer like to have um like to only have these kind of open imports be for modules within the package, like your own modules, your own code, and everything else like should either be like qualified or have an import list. But that's just me. That's just me. That is just me, people. Why is this taking so long? Let's appears to be corrupt, huh? Well, you're the corrupt one. I would 100% I would 100% recommend that everyone rewrite their resume in latex. It is really, really useful, really, really nice, especially once you have a structure going. VS Code be taking some gigabytes. Yeah, really wish I could upgrade this laptop to like 64, no 96 gigabytes, just because 64 is looking a little tight here, especially with how bloated a lot of applications are getting. I'd love to get a framework, but I guess I'm a little hesitant just because like it's a new hardware, so there might be a lot of incompatibility issues. Because I have a framework for work, and we're using Nix, but it sucks because I don't know. It's just like Nix doesn't suck, but like the framework kind of just keeps on freezing for multiple reasons. I have no idea why, but makes me a little hesitant to get a framework, to be honest. I do like the assemble do it yourself kind of style. Makes me feel like the greatest technician that ever lived. That is not mine. That is from a YouTube channel. I forget the name. Um, but you should look that up. It's a really good YouTube channel. The guy does a lot of repairs. Um, a lot of repairs and a lot of shit talking, which is always a good combination. So, the greatest technician that ever lived. The greatest engineer that ever lived. Oh man. Okay. So, are you done having a stroke? VS Code? Cool. Now we can get back to the real stuff. Tisk tisk. Ah, cool. Give me all your errors, baby. Give me all your errors. So this isn't necessary. This isn't necessary. Okay, so let's go back here and say next time 7 seconds. We will have to. This one will require some conversion. I guess this should be a word. Let's not Or 32. Yeah, let's put it back. Just because, like, the cardinalities aren't the same. Well, technically they are because they're both word. They're not, I guess, because one's a word and one's a word 32. So it could easily get tricky. This one's fine, I think, just because like they're the same more or less. What's the IDB binary? IDB is like my implementation on top of the regular binary type class to give me stuff like checksums, running checksums, and some other things. Configuration based kind of serialization because RDB is a binary format, so we wanted to have add some additional behavior on top of that. It was a pretty fun thing to work on. Um, yeah, maybe I'll go into it one of these days on stream. It's pretty interesting, pretty simple. It's simple to well. Now that I look back on it, yes, it was simple, but when I wanted to actually build it out, it was fun kind of figuring out how it would work and how I wanted to work. But yeah, it turned out really well. I quite like it. Let me just check the chat real quick. Oh, okay, so that's fine. Dot. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Redis users. Okay, cool. Refinement types are awesome. Y'all should give them a try. Probably overkill though, but still, they're awesome. Give them a shot. You will not be disappointed, I think. From POSIX time to on the Unix stuff. Ah, okay. Well, what we want is to go from this to Unix timestamp. Seconds. Get that from integral 132 to. Oh, it's a little slow today, isn't it? What's that arrow up here? Oh, yeah. Lots of stuff. Cool. Oh shoot. Yeah. Oh. Composition, baby. And is this safe? You want to go from a yeah, yeah, yeah. Even if it's yeah, it should be safe. Yeah. hmm This gives us what 32. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Go from what 32 to what? Yeah, that's nice. Cool, cool, cool. What do I name this? Let's ask AI, shall we? AI is really useful for naming. Every now and then, can't figure out a name for something. Don't use foo unless it's like super temporary and you just want to like get some logic out. But I quite like using LLMs for like naming stuff, the mundane stuff. It's really nice. Um, at least to offer suggestions. So let's use it to offer some suggestion here. To POSIX time from RDB Unix timestamp S. Mm, suggest a better name for this. Let's see. To sometimes it's fucking useless. What the fuck? What did you do, bro? It didn't even do what I suggest a better. Oh, I didn't even. I did not give it the right instructions. Is it undo? No. Okay, close. Let's try it again. Suggest better name for this given a new type signature. Let's see. Come on, give us something good. It's a Unix. Well, yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I guess it's a little. It's just. It's nothing creative, but I guess that's probably what. That's probably not what we're optimizing for if we're using an LLM. At least, not by default, anyways. Accept this. Do 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 do. Just call this like from uh, from Unix. Yeah. So, so okay. So name that. Say we get this. So we want to like timestamp. Going from milliseconds to seconds. That's tricky. Milliseconds to seconds. We want to divide, but like 10 milliseconds. Like if we have 10 milliseconds, that's just going to be the number 10. But that would have to be the number 0.10 for milliseconds. Actually, no, because it's a timestamp. So it's always going to be like some big number, I guess, yeah. So if we just divide that by 1,000 to remove, shave off a couple digits. So we get timestamp, and we go from milliseconds to seconds. It's a little dangerous because we can lose precision. Um, where's the error happening in here? Let's just remove these from now. Word, yeah. Milliseconds to seconds. And we want to lower that, round that down because if we round up, we are creating time, which isn't correct. Word two. Hmm. Divide. If we divide a huge timestamp, let's say, okay, no, okay, yeah, it's because it's a big number. We have in scientific form. And make it not in scientific. Okay, then we just round down. Cool. Yeah, because I remember I had an issue where like, let's go check it out. Details. Yeah. Using fractional division to avoid losing precision. The division. Oh yeah, because we previously we were using integer division, and that would lose precision because like if we had a remainder, if you had like two numbers and divided by a number divided by 1,000, and like if you had 10 div 1,000, you get zero, which is wrong, right? And I was running into issues with this, with like TTLs, because when I had to convert, like, say, a 10-second TTL to milliseconds, or a 10 millisecond TTL to seconds, it would just give me back zero, meaning that the TTL would immediately expire. That was messing with my tests. I think I actually have tests of that somewhere. Say spec, not say spec, set spec. Reset the TTL to a really small number. It's a little lost to me because I've made a lot of changes since then, and things don't work the same way as they did. So I guess yeah. Okay, so 10 seconds, or yeah, this is EX means seconds. So when you want to convert, oh no, this isn't. I don't think this is the test that failed. Well, anyways, the error we came up here was when we were using integer division. That is the div operator or the div function, however you want to call it. Uh, and we had milliseconds. It would, and we had like certain numbers of milliseconds. It would do some rounding internally, which makes sense because it's division, integer division. But it would do some rounding, and we would get like zero in certain cases, which isn't correct. We'd want a 0 point something, or like a, yeah, 0 point something, 0 point something, which is what we get. And this gives us 0.1, I think. Yeah. So that was the issue there. Take that off. Details. And if you don't want, yeah, we lose precision because this point one means it's like this is 0.1 in seconds. That is this is 0.1 seconds, which is 100 milliseconds, I think. Yeah, yeah, 100 milliseconds. So, but integer division will just make that zero, which isn't correct, obviously. So glad we switched to fractional division instead. And it's always nice to have comments like this. I mean, It's probably we should probably add some more info here. Like for example, converting 100 milliseconds to seconds should give us 0.1 seconds, but with integer division, because of the rounding, we get 0 seconds. We do div, get 0 seconds, which is obviously wrong. So be careful, everyone. If your language differentiates between integer division and regular division, that is fractional division. I don't know if is that the actual name. Yeah, fractional division. And you're dealing with time, unit and precision is important. You probably want to use fractional division to avoid losing precision. Cool. Okay, so timestamp milliseconds word 32 or okay, yeah. Before that, to just round it up to get to a whole number. Okay, so I want to just do the same thing for Unix timestamp ms. Unix timestamp ms. Unix timestamp. Okay, still the same thing. Let's see, what's it doing? Let's see, Unix timestamp. Sure, I guess. From POSIX time. Unix timestamp. Seconds. This probably isn't right, but sure. It at least gets us some of the way there. For this, we just want to this guy. Seconds to milliseconds. Timestamp. Why do we have this? From to Unix. Okay, this to this. From Unix time milliseconds. This guy to RDB Unix timestamp. From Unix timestamp milliseconds. Yeah, to this guy. So all we want is just this. Cool. This gives us a word. Oh, yeah, of course. There's no fractional division for words. How do we do this? Mm, mm. Is it real to frac? Like, is that how you convert to stackage? I don't think that's correct. Let's see. So, I mean, unsigned int should be a real number, though. Mm-hmm. Convert it to a double. Milliseconds, overflow that. Yep, yep. Makes sense. Make sense. Cool. Let's export these. Am I tweaking? Cool. Okay, let's see what other errors we have to fix now. Let's try to fix these. Can I ignore these? No, ignore. Mm, mm, let's see. Oh, and now it's oh, it doesn't work. Good effort, but it doesn't work. Oh well, not important. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, fix is really useful, especially for like money stuff. Fixed point numbers. Mm, 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 mhm, 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 mhm. This is gonna be a doozy. Mhm, 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 mhm. Oh shoot. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mhm, 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 mhm. Okay. It compiles. Yes. Yes. Mm, 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 mhm, 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 mm, 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 mhm. Mm, 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 mm. Why is this here? Cool. Cool. All right, so let's check the tests. Mm, 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 mm. Anything in the chat? Nope. Oof. That's a lot in it. So, oh, let's get on with it then. Want to go from POSIX time to the RDB Unix timestamp in seconds. Okay. Current time. Mhm. Cool. A lot of these to work through. Yep. Hit time. To 6 seconds to UTC time. We have a timestamp in seconds. Timestamp in seconds. Timestamp. What thou timestamp? Okay. See this shit? You guys seeing this shit? Tisk tisk, man. Tisk tisk. What am I looking for? Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. Timestamp in seconds. Since this is a timestamp, and POSIX time is also a timestamp. hmm We can then just go from integer, give us a POSIX time. Let's assume this is a POSIX time. Gonna add in all the zeros. Yeah, to do that, yeah. Then we just do that that makes sense. Now pick set let timestamp milliseconds equals to oh no sure. Pick set timestamp milliseconds results. Um, results equals that equals to now we have this in milliseconds. So we first because POSIX time, nominal div time are all in seconds. So since that is in milliseconds, we probably want to first convert it to seconds. So go from this guy, milliseconds to seconds, and from integer, milliseconds to seconds, from integer, then to get it to POSIX time, we want to make Unix time from POSIX time. Yeah. And cool. Um, let's see if we can complete these last two. Let's get it. Okay, existing TTL is going to be um oh, okay, just like add some seconds to it, yeah. So existing TTL could be made to be Add UTC time now. Make Unix for UTC time. Don't give a fuck about that. This TTL could be existing TTL. This is going to be a just of. This is the new UTC time. Yeah, then okay. Existing TTL, yep, sure. We could just probably do the same thing here. Existing TTL equals to. Oh, and also want to have this guy. Sure. For the types. So now we have. Let's make this like 400 discard TTL. Mm, mm, Nothing. Cool. Go through that. Let's see. Scope. Why is it non-scope? Mm. Okay. See what other errors we get. If we've at least finished the set. No, we have not. Expected nominal diff time. Oh, okay. Time in seconds, 1 second, seconds. Uh, hmm. Okay, that makes sense. Also a word. Oh boy. Okay. Where does time come from? From integer to hmm? Then make your next is correct. So we have the timestamp in milliseconds. Then we want to go from milliseconds to seconds, so we divide. I see. I see. So we have timestamp seconds. We have to go real to frac here to be able to then divide to seconds and mm, milliseconds. Right, double divide to get to seconds. Seconds to nominal diff time. Get me back to. Don't think this would work. Yeah. Holy shit, it worked. Double milliseconds. Seconds to nominal diff time. Nominal diff time is alias. Put 6 times the alias for nominal diff times. Okay. Damn it. Mm, 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 mm. Seconds to nominal diff time. That should work. Milliseconds to seconds. Two. So set's done. Oh, so let's just save and get. Let's actually. Lots more errors and gets. Probably gets to that. Get it? Okay. We'll probably get to that next time. So let me chat. there a way I can delete this? Because this is just sad. But yeah, I think that'll be all for today. Thank you guys so much. Well, thank me for being here. Uh, Thank you guys for watching, and we will do this again next.